And we welcome everyone to Richmond International Raceway in Richmond, Virginia, as we're here for stop number 3 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series. As today we are here for the running of the Mobil 1 400, as we're set for 60 laps of action on this 3/4 mile D-shaped racetrack, the first short track race of the season. And let's get the lineup for today's running event. On the pole, it's a Ford Chevy front row. As on the pole, it is Kyle Matthews in the number 24 DuPont Chevrolet. The Jeff Gordon colors on the pole for this event at 134 miles per hour. He'll be alongside car 28 Cat Batson in the Texaco Haviland Ford. Row 2 is Mike Becker in car 44, the Hot Wheels Pontiac. And beside him will be Joshua Osborne, number 699, the XFRS SKF Ford. He'll be starting alongside. Third row has Jesse Turner in 75, the Remington Arms Ford, and beside him will be Sky Cummins in number 9, the Melling Oil Pumps Cartoon Network Ford. Next row down, both these drivers carry in-car cameras today. Number 3, Cole Beaver in the GM Goodrich Chevrolet, and Keith Batson in 88, the Ford Corn Gear Services Ford Credit Ford. The fifth row will have Jessica Shelton, number 94, the McDonald's Ford, and she'll be flanked by Dylan Poteet in the number 22 Caterpillar Pontiac. Sixth row, with our third in-car camera, Seth Cole in the 45 Lucky Dog 10-10-345 Pontiac. And number 30, Shane Lake in the Jimmy Dean Pontiac. He's alongside. He's the outside of the sixth row. Row 7, Johnny Gardner in 25, the Budweiser Chevrolet. And number 60, Bauer Tower Team Chevy of Chris Dollerton. Next row down, Kev Shearer in 36, the M&M's Pontiac. And number 42, Charles Sanford, the Bell's Mobility Chevrolet. Next row down after that would be Quentin Moore, number 90, the Hills Brothers Ford, and he'll be alongside Emmanuel Hartnett, the Paychecks Ford. Car number 11 starts alongside. Next row down, Jay Jefferson, number 1, the Pennzoil Chevrolet, and number 4, Kodak Film Chevrolet of William Brooks is alongside. Next row down, Nathan Orman, number 40, the Coors Light Silver Bullet Chevy, and he'll be alongside Phil Parker, number 5, the Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevy. Next row down, Rob Evans, number 12, Mobil 1 Ford, the Daytona 500 champion this season. And he'll be alongside the winner at Rockingham, Matt Haas, number 18, the Interstate Batteries Chevrolet. Interstate Batteries Pontiac, excuse me. Next row down, Mitchell Collins, number 10, Tide Ford, and he'll be alongside Henry Sanford, number 55, Square D Chevrolet. Then it's Dylan Young, number 2, the Miller Lite Ford, and he'll be alongside Nathan Hudson, number 31, the Lowe's Chevrolet. Next row down has number 33, James Henry, number 33, Skull Bandit Chevy, and 26, Betty Crocker Cheerio Ford of Ryan Bromers is alongside. Next row down has Jordan Lopez in the Valvoline Ford, car number 6, and number 21, Sitco Ford of Marcus Sachi. Next row down after that would be Paul Minnick, number 77, the Jasper Engines Federal Mogul Ford, and number 97, Zach Winkle, the John Deere Ford. Next row down has Alex Miller, number 71, Team Realtree Chevrolet, and 66, Zachary Fitzwater in the big Kmart Chevrolet Ford, car number 66. Next row down has Brandon Parker, number 20, the Home Depot Pontiac, and Joshua Collard, STP Pontiac, car number 43. Next row down, Julius Anderson, number 16, the Prime Star Ford, and number 7, Phillips Chevrolet of Casey Nanico. And starting shotgun in the field will be Adam Flickinger, number 23, Winston Noble Ford. Again, in-car cameras today will be carried by Seth Cole, Keith Batson, and Cole Deaver. Those will be the 3 cars carrying our in-car cameras in today's event here at Richmond. As the fans all waiting in anticipation for the command to fire the engines, which will be in about maybe 10 seconds from now, I think. 2 winners in the first 2 races of the season so far, with Rob Evans winning Daytona and Matt Haas winning Rockingham. Can we make it 3 for 3 today? We'll find out as the command.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
As the command's been given to fire the engines here today, here at Richmond. And I don't know what the heck just happened. Anyway, But we said the question is, can we make it 3 for 3 today? Well, certainly the front 10 starters may have a good shot at it here, and especially the front 2 with Cat Batson, who has not won a race in a long time, in a 28 Texaco Haviland car, and the 24 car of the defending series champion, Kyle Matthews. He has never won it. I don't think he's won Richmond neither in the 24 car, to be honest, as well. Pace car that's up on the pit road as we're getting set for green flag racing. 60 laps of action here at Richmond as the green flag flies, and we are underway. Let's go short tracking. Kyle Matthews leads the first lap of the race here. Mike Becker goes to second place here. Cat Batson on the high side as she's about to get passed by Jessie Turner for third spot. Riding with Cole Deaver in the GM Goodwrench Chevy. He runs right now in fourth position at the moment. Deaver about to put the bumper of that 75 car, and that car pulls right up on the bumper of that 75 machine. As Deaver tries to take second from Turner, who's now trying to close up on Matthews for the lead spot. Wrong roof cam, Mike Becker's car. And now Seth Cole, who happens to be running right behind Deaver at the moment. He's in fourth spot at the moment. He gets by Deaver for that third spot in the field. But Deaver fights back on the outside of the track and does not, and Seth still gets to run on the inside. And look from Keith Batson's car, who's got hung up on the high side of the track and losing spots in a hurry. Keith's car, I don't care what car Keith drives, he always seems to have the tendency, cars always seem to want to have the tendency to go to the high side of the track. And look at this mess of cars up front there. Jay Jefferson, Dylan Poteet, Jessica Shelton, Chris Dollerton, Charles Saber, Rob Evans, Joshua Osborne, Sky Commons in the 9. And who's that on the inside of the racetrack of Batson at the moment? That is the 10 car Mitchell Collins, along with William Brock in the 4 and Shane Lake in the 30. Meantime, some cars moving their way up to the front here as guys like Gardner, Poteet, Shelton, and Osborne all hung up on the high side of the track here. Whoa! Mitchell Collins just about got turned by William Brock. That could have been disastrous right there, right in front of the entire middle section of the field, but Collins did a good job hanging on to that, and he is still making his charge to the front. As he gets by Shelton, now goes to the high side, low side of Poteet, and comes up on the back bumper of Osborne's car. So that little scuffle didn't hurt Mitchell Collins one bit. In fact, if anything, it kind of pushed him, gave him more speed. But yeah, usually if you get turned like that at Richmond, usually you're spun out and cause a big crash usually, but in that case, it didn't. But now moves his way past Cole Deaver. Now moves up on the inside of Chris Dollerton in number 60 as Joshua Osborne has already gotten past him. Osborne up to 11th now pulls up in the back of Seth Cole in number 45. Quentin Moore to the high side as guys like Rob Evans and Charles Sanford also making their way through the field right now. The 12 and the 9 and the 42 cars. They get by Quentin Moore. Now they both get by Jay Jefferson in the number 1 car. Meantime, battle for third place going on between Cat Batson and Mike Becker, as Jesse Turner still remains second and Kyle Matthews remains the leader of the race. as we have completed 12 laps in this race. So come back to complete the 13th lap. There'll be 47 to go. So plenty of racing left to go here at Richmond. Some good battles up front here, averaging so far 134.787 miles per hour. And the fast side race happens to be that car you're looking at there, Cat Besson at 137.0, which is very fast around Richmond. And the yellow flag's flown for the first time here today here at Richmond International Raceway. And it might be the 97 of Zach Winkle that probably got turned. I'm not sure if that was him or not. We'll look on replay and see what happened. And it was Zach Winkle that got turned. He got turned by Joshua Collard in King Richard Petty's number 43. Here to come off turn number 2. Collard got a good run off the second turn. Tells Zach pretty much to get out of his way. And just puts the bumper to the back of that Ford Taurus of Winkle's and just turns him around. So Collard, of course, wanting to get up to the front in a hurry, and of course there you see Winkle getting his car back going again. Didn't cost him all to mention the 16 car of Julius Anderson on pit road for an unscheduled pit stop. There he is in the Prime Star Ford as the crew goes to work on that machine. 45 miles an hour down pit road here at Richmond International Raceway. So Phil gets up a restart here on lap number 20. It'll be 19 in the books and 41 to go. So a lot of racing left to go at Richmond. Kyle Matthews leads the race. Second place is Jesse Turner. Third spot is Cat Batson. Fourth is Mike Becker. Keb Shear up to fifth. Sixth is Rob Evans. Seventh is Charles Sanford. Eighth is Jay Jefferson. Ninth, Joshua Osborne. 10th is Seth Cole, with 11th place right now being Quentin Moore in the 90 car. 12th is Keith Batson and William Brock. Cole Deaver, Sky Commons, Jessica Shelton, Mitchell Collins, Chris Thornton, Matt Haas, and Johnny Gardner. The top 20 as the green flag flies on lap number 20 here at Richmond. Kyle Matthews, who last season took the championship, his second in the Castrol GTX Cup Series, winning the championships in season 20 and 22, with Cole Deaver winning the one in between in season 21. And spin on the front stretch, Adam Flickinger in the 23 car and Zachary Fitzwater on pit road as they come off turn number 4. Matthews leads them back to the yellow flag, second yellow of the day. And Flickinger, I'm sure, driving PO'd right now in that 23 car. He is not a happy camper. Take a look at what happened to bring out caution number 2 here at Richmond. And there's Fitzwater getting on pit road right there. And yeah, Flickinger gets the tap for the 21 car of Marcus Sachi. In the Wilkes 23 car, and then got tapped again by the 7 car of Casey Nanico to kind of add insult to injury. So far, 2 cautions, and neither one have been really serious incidents at all. So if you're getting the 1 to go signal before they get it at the green flag, you'll be on lap number 27. No change in the top 5 at the moment. Kyle Matthews still leads. Second position is Jesse Turner, then Cat Batson, Mike Becker, and Keb Shear. One change has been made among the top 10 here. Here's Seth Cole's gotten by Joshua Osborne to take the 9th position as they come off to number 4. It'll be lap number 27 when the green flag falls. 26 laps in the books and 34 to go here at Richmond as the green flag falls and we're back underway. Zachary Fitzwater, 66 car on the inside lane. It's not on the lead lap. Hopes to get back in front if we can get a caution. Three wide right there behind. That's Johnny Gardner, Sky Cummins, and Chris Dallerton. Gardner looks to the low side of Cummins, gets by him, and now tries to get by Dallerton. And meantime, Cole Devers squeezed in between Matt Hassan and the 4 car of William Brock. On board Cole Devers' car, number 3, the GM Goodwrench Chevy. He runs right now in the 14th position at the moment. Got a lot of good cars up ahead to try to get past here. That's... And Jessica Shelton got turned into the wall and she saves it. No yellow. Off to number 2, and Poteet spun in the 22 car. And stops right and held up the 25 car, Johnny Gardner. Oh, how many people? Oh, this is a clutter of cars right there on the front stretch. I don't know what the heck. Oh, and Casey Nanico in the 7 has spun. Alex Miller's damaged up as the yellow flag flies for the 3rd time today. We're going to take a look at 3 separate incidents here. See what happened in Nanico's car first. '77 Paul Minnick spun right there, and there you see him and Nanico got together, and that proved dire straits for both drivers. Now look what happened to Dylan Poteet. He got turned by Chris Dallerton in the 60 car. Poteet slid up the track right in front of Shane Lake and Johnny Gardner. Poteet backs into the wall, and several cars scatter all over the place there. Sky Cummins almost got turned by Phil Parker in the 5. And several cars doing a good job of avoiding this whole thing. Whew, Nathan Hudson came close to Poteet. And we thought that might have been the cause of the yellow flag. We thought that was going to cause the yellow flag. Until the deal with Nanico happened. Now watch what happened to Jessica Shelton. Shelton to the low side. She was running 10th when this all happened too. She had just gotten past Kat Batson and tries to get back past Kev Shearer in the 36 car. They came off to number 2. Shearer got turned by Kat Batson, and it turns him right in the Shelton's car. And Shelton pancaked beside the wall. Osborne almost spun as well in the 99 car. Shelton came back up the track right behind and falls in behind Osborne's car. Pancaked the side of that 94 car up, but I tell you what, those 2 or 3 prior crashes is a wonder why none of them caused the yellow flag that fly. So funny stuff happening in Richmond, Virginia so far. Casey Nanico and the 71 car of Alex Miller both retired out of the race as due to their crashes early on. So it'll be 23 laps to go when this race gets restarted. Here it'll be on lap number 38. I don't think we're done wrecking just yet though at Richmond. I mean, this has been pretty crazy so far here today. Don't think it will be the next time we go. The next race on the tour though, when we head to Atlanta for the 4th stop of the season, where Matthews, that was one of the races Matthews won last season as well. As the green flag falls once again, we're back underway with now 37 in the books and 23 to go. And Matthews up on the high side of Zachary Fitzwater, and now Jesse Turner to the low side of the track in number 75. He looks low on the track for the lead. Matthews has not been passed all day long as they come on to turn number 3. Turner tries to keep up the momentum. They come off turn number 4. Who leads this lap? And Turner does lead the lap. So first time Matthews has not led a lap today, but he's trying hard on that outside lane as they come off turn number 2. He falls in behind Fitzwater, but it's going to hold him up a bit. Turner takes the lead. Here comes 45 Seth Cole to the low side. He's going to take second place and does take that spot away. So Matthews drops to 3rd. Meantime, the 28 car of Cat Batson side by side with Rob Evans now as Matthews now dips low as Seth Cole's car. And right behind him, the 88 car, Keith Batson. Falls in behind Rob Evans' car. Matthews to the low side now as he tries to get by his buddy Seth Cole. Cat Batson to the high side. Now Rob Evans and Keith Batson's going to hook up down low. Not going to work. In fact, Batson almost had a run to the low side of Evans' car. And look at Jay Jefferson in that one machine. Now as he looks to the low side, 3-1 between he, Becker, and Fitzwater. And that's going to work for him here. And he may get one more with Batson. And he's got it. And meantime, Matthews has gotten past Cat Batson in the 28 car as he moves into second place. Trying to catch Jesse Turner, the man who's been trying to catch Matthews all day. On board Keith Batson's car inside the Quality Care Services Ford. Keith running 7th. Actually make that 8th position now as Mike Becker's got around him. Now Cole Bieber looks slow to the inside. And now from Cole Bieber's vantage point, car number 3. Bieber, who had a bad run the last race on the tour at Rockingham, as well as a not so good run at Daytona as well, but appears to be all coming together for him so far here at Richmond. In the meantime, Matthews, we see up ahead, has caught up to the back of Jesse Turner's car in 75. This is the battle for the lead where you're looking at right there. Matthews to the low side. He'll look to the low side of Turner. Tries for the lead. They're side by side off turn number 2. Through 3 and 4 they come. Matthews retakes the lead and put car 24 back up front. Matthews has led the most laps so far in this race, and actually he will lead the most laps today. But can it manifest itself to victory? Well, we'll find out in the final 12 laps of this race. Matthews is in first, Turner second, then Seth Cole third, Cat Batson fourth. 5th is Jay Jefferson. 6th is Rob Evans. 7th right now is Cole Bieber. 8th, Joshua Osborne. 9th is Mike Becker. 10th is Quentin Moore. Matt Haas, who won at Rockingham. Pretty good run for him in the 18 car, up to 11th place. Chris Dollarton 12th. Keith Batson 13th. Dylan Young up to 14th. And another Dylan Poteet's up to 15th position now as he's gotten by Shane Lake. Emmanuel Hartnett, Nathan Hudson, Kev Shearer, William Brock, Sky Commons all in this mix, Joshua Collard, Ryan Brommer, Charles Sanford, Phil Parker. Zachary Fitzwater again is a lap down, 66 car. Nathan Orman in 26th position. Then Henry Sanford, Mitchell Collins, James Henry, Jordan Lopez, Johnny Gardner is down to 31st. Jessica Shelton down to 32nd. And Shelton, who had a good run at Rockingham, last race on the tour, has not been. It was up in the top 10 until she got turned and pancaked the side of the wall on that 94 car, but she is trying nonetheless to try to get her way back up to, well, at least another couple more spots. Gardner getting past the 6 car of Lopez at the moment. Meantime, that completes the 53rd lap of this race. We're down to 7 to go. Kyle Matthews up front. Jesse Turner, though, he's not that far behind in that 75 car. He's only almost 4/10 of a second behind. See what the interval is this time by. Matthews goes by. Turner goes by. The interval is now still 39/100 of a second between the 24 and 75. Hendrick Motorsports versus Raymont Racing. In the front 2 spots, Matthews goes by, completes the 55th lap. We're down to 5 to go. And the interval closed that time by 37/100 of a second, so only 200 of a second a lap. That's not going to cut it here at Richmond. Turner's going to need to eat that lead up just a little bit more here. Let's see what happens. And he didn't. It's now almost a half a second. Matthews knows he's got to stay steady throughout this track here. He knows one little slip and Turner's up on his back bumper. Three to go. Cat Batson in 28 and the 50 and the 45 of Seth Cole having a battle there. That's for 3rd spot. On board Seth Cole's car, 2 laps to go. He's going to put the bumper to Batson's car off turn number 2. That was awfully close. Seth to the low side. He's going to try to get the bumper put the bumper to Batson. White flag is out finally for Kyle Matthews. We're watching this battle between Batson and Cole for 3rd spot. As they're hitting the end of the backstretch right now. Into turn number 3 they come. Off turn number 4, and he's going to do it. Kyle Matthews wins the Mobil 1 400. And for 3rd spot, Seth Cole barely inches ahead of Cat Batson for 3rd spot. Boy, imagine if that would have been a finish for the win between Seth and Cat. That was a great race between those two. But other than that, dominating the day is Kyle Matthews from the pole to the podium as he takes the Jeff Gordon colors to victory lane at Richmond, averaging 95.027 miles per hour. Jesse Turner 2nd, 3rd will go to Seth Cole, Cat Batson 4th, 5th to Rob Evans, 6th to Jay Jefferson, 7th Joshua Osborne, 8th is Mike Becker, 9th Cole Deaver, and Quentin Moore will finish in 10th. So 3 races are in the books, and we have, 31 left to go on the season here at Richmond, or as we head to Atlanta for the next stop on the tour for the running of the Motorcraft 500. 11th place will go to Keith Batson, Chris Dollerton 12th, 13th Dylan Poteet, Nathan Hudson 14th, 15th Emmanuel Hartnett, 16th will go to Matt Haas and Sky Common 17th, Phil Parker, Joshua Collard, and Charles Sanford the top 20. Rest of the running finishing order for you here: Nathan Orman 21st. Henry Sanford 22nd. Kev Shearer dropped to 23rd. He was up in as far as the top 5 actually at one point in this race. Excuse me. Then it's William Brock, Shane Lake, Dylan Young dropped to 26th, and James Henry, Ryan Brommer, Johnny Gardner, and Mitchell Collins the top 30. Jordan Lopez 31st, Marcus Sachi 32nd. Jessica Shelton dropped to 33rd in the final running order. Julia Sanderson 34th, and Zach Winkle, Brendan Parker, Adam Flickinger, and Paul Minnick was the last finisher on the lead lap. Zachary Fitzwater was the only car to finish a lap down in 39th. Casey Nanico 40th, and Alex Miller 41st. Both those cars out of race because of a crash. But Kyle Matthews dominates the day in the Mobil 1 400 at Richmond International Raceway, winning by a little over a half a second over Jesse Turner. As we head to Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Motorcraft 500 next on the tour. And if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got inter races, gaming videos, whatever present on the NNSCRA Seth Colzar's first channel. And be sure to check out our Cavalcaded series as well, including the Duracell Cup series, which is ongoing right now on here on this channel. That's from Seth Cole himself. And also check out Michael Norman's Motorracer All Pro series, and to keep up on the NNSCRA Marble Studios Cup series. Be sure to subscribe to YouTube user ThrashManiac99 for that series as well, and he'll keep you up to date on that. That's Levi McIntyre's channel as well, by the way. And also coming soon for the NNSCRA, an online series, the NNSCRA Grand National Series online, but that's only on Facebook. Anyway, so with all that said, though, here that'll do it today at Richmond International Raceway. As we see you next race on the tour at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Motorcraft 500. For now, Shane Squall's in production of the NNSCRA. Off on racing at its best. We'll see you at here, and that's the story from Richmond International Raceway, where Kyle Matthews has won the Mobil 1 400. See you in Atlanta.
Did you have any engine problems?